What's going on, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about the only crankbait that bank fishermen need. You don't need anything else besides this one crankbait. Alright, out of this whole box of crankbaits, you know, we got the deep divers, sqarebills, the jointed, everything, jerkbaits, everything. I only use one while bank fishing. And you might be wondering, what's that crankbait going to be? It's going to be the sqarebill crankbait. This is what a sqarebill looks like. If you're wondering why it's called sqarebill, it's got a square bill on the front of it. I think it's a KBD something 2.0. It's a shallow diving crankbait, and I'm going to show you why this is the only crankbait you need as a bank fisherman. Let's go over what and how to fish the sqarebill crankbait. Here's one I've recently been fishing a lot. It's probably about a 1.5. It dives about 2 to 3 feet. So, if you can see, on the front of that sqarebill, right there, all those nicks and scratches on the front of that sqarebill. What's great about a sqarebill crankbait is that sqarebill, when you hit it into rocks or sticks and such, it will actually prevent you from getting snagged and actually reflect or deflect off of that brush. So let's say my finger is a stick. It's going to come by, hit it with the bill, do one of these, either do that or go to the right. But it'll actually prevent you from getting snagged up, unlike other crankbait designs. So I got one tied on. Let's talk about the rod, the reel, the line, and how to fish it. Cranks or sqarebill crankbait. Let's see. What you're going to fish it on is clearly going to be a bait caster. I like a 6 to 1 something or a 7 to 1, because as long as it's not like an 8 or a 9, it should be all right. But nothing too fast, just kind of in the middle. Get you reel set up. See what it does. A sqarebill is about like any other crankbait. It's going to work side to side, but that's not actually how you're going to get your bites. The way you're going to get your bite, there's a piece of brush down there. It's actually, you're going to reel it in and you're going to fish this really shallow. And what you're going to do is you're going to bump this off of rocks, sticks, lay downs. You can even rip it through grass. But I prefer to fish hard cover with it, because you will get hung up in grass with this. But if you're looking for a reaction bite, you can bump it off of docks, rocks, sticks, anything kind of hard you can just bump it off of. See, I'm actually fishing right over, well, I keep doing that, I can't cast it out like that. There's a brush pile down there. Reel it in, I can just hit that brush and boom, it'll come up. Fish over this one a little bit. It'll just run into it and deflect right off of it. So that's the basic idea of the sqarebill, and you're going to get all your bites when it deflects. When it hits something and keeps going. When this hits and deflects is when you're going to get the bites. I think this is a KBD, I don't know. I can't hardly keep up with all the brands. Could be a Ozark Trail. But yeah, that's when you get your bites. It's when it deflects off something. And this was going to work all year round, in the fall, the spring, the summer, winter. It works really well early spring. I will note when the fish are just pushing up shallow. And it works in lakes, rivers, ponds. That's what's so great about the sqarebill. It works pretty much anywhere. So there it is, the sqarebill crankbait. And on as far as, now this is really a key important piece of this. What you're going to want to fish it on is a medium action rod. It could be a medium fast or a medium moderate. About, this is 6'10". I wouldn't go with 6'6" or nothing, something short. I'd go with pretty long one. Medium action rod. You want your rod to give way, because those treble hooks can actually pull out of the fish's mouth. And then to help as well, I use mono. I got 12-pound monofilament line on here. 12-pound line, mono, not braid or a fluorocarbon. monofilament line. Oh, but let's go over the different colors you should have in the square bills. Alright, so here are the colors I generally try to stick with. Crawfish, bluegill, shad, and then a chartreuse. So let's go over. If those bass are really feeding on shad, like say in the springtime, or not shad, but crawfish in the springtime, red, that will tear them up. They're primarily feeding, let's say in the summertime, bluegill, and there's not shad in the body of water you're fishing, bluegill. Now if the water is muddy and they're feeding on shad, chartreuse. If it's pretty clear and they're feeding on shad color. So you can get more crazy and get all kinds. You can spend a lot of money on squarebill crankbaits, but that's the general idea: shad, bluegill, and crawfish. Alright, so this is just a quick video on how to fish the squarebill crankbait. I really hope you enjoyed it. Didn't catch nothing, but I put in some information for y'all. So if you like this video, get a like, a subscribe, and hey, I'll see y'all in the next video.